Shalom, Israel. It's your brother Nubreed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, make sure you hit it with a thumbs up on the way in. We got to talk about the 2022 Oscar Awards and the slap that was heard around the world. Now, y'all know the method on this channel. You know I don't cover any celebrity news unless it has a teaching point. Unless there's a learning experience to be gathered. And this video is no different. We got to talk about this whole fiasco. It was a total debacle. It was a bad look for our people as a whole. Oh yeah, it was. Yes, indeed, it was a bad look for our people. Now, I know a lot of people, they're saying that the event was staged, which it very well could have been. It could have been a Freemasonic ritual where a Mason puts his hand behind his back and takes a slap. And it could have been some type of initiation process. It could have been staged. That could have been a movie slap. But all in all, that really doesn't matter because, listen, the results are very real. The results are very real. Just like the Easter Bunny is not real. Santa Claus is not real. But people still celebrate Christmas and they celebrate Easter. So it's one of those scenarios in which only those behind the scenes, they know what really went down. Those who stage these type of events, and they know what really went down. But the results are very real. And the results prove exactly where our mind frame is as people. And I'm talking about as a whole. Some people say it's real because, you know, back in 2016, Chris Rock, he had a joke about Jada Pinkett because she was taken to social media and trying to protest the Oscars. And he made a joke that was a little bit more harsh than a joke that he made on the 2022 Oscar Awards. Yeah, a lot of them are stage puppets. We're dealing with actors, but the mass majority of the people don't understand that. They're only looking at the actions that took place, and they seem to be applauding negativity, and they applaud bad behavior. Our people applaud bad behavior. And some people saying that, you know, it looked as if Chris Rock leaned right into the slap and he was bracing himself for the slap. That could be very well true, or it could have been that he thought that Will Smith was coming on stage to whisper in his ear, you know, or take the microphone, or who the hell knew Will Smith was going to get up and slap Chris Rock? You understand? So he could have leaned into it because he thought he was going to whisper something in his ear or talk to him. Who knows? Who knows? Or it could just be staged. But the bottom line is this. The results is that our women who once said that Will Smith was corny, Will Smith was washed, Will Smith was a sellout, a coon, Will Smith was weak. Now all of a sudden, all of the women are taking to social media talking about they want to get themselves a Will Smith. The irony. They want a man that's going to protect them like Will Smith. Well, let's see. Did Will Smith really protect his wife? Were there other ways he could have dealt with that situation? Absolutely. Matter of fact, when you got on stage to accept your awards, you could have talked about how beautiful your wife was. That's how you deal with things with class. If you know she had insecurities, you could have got on that stage and said, hey, I love my wife's head, right? That's how you deal with things classy. But no, what they're promoting and pushing is two black men at odds on a global scale. And Chris Rock, he did what he did. He held his composure. That's how it appeared anyway. Who knows what really happened, but it appeared as if he held his composure. It appeared as if Will Smith was the aggressor and the man should be arrested. The man should be arrested. You Negroes is just being invited to the Oscars to be seen on a global scale the way you're being seen. And this is what you do. This is a real bad look on melanated men. I tell you, melanated men are the most unprotected men in the world. We're the most unprotected demographic of people in the world, where you can slap somebody on national television. On national television, and nothing happens. Now, what if Will Smith would have got up and slapped, I don't know, what if he would have smacked a Caucasian male? How you think that would have turned out? If Will Smith would have slapped a woman, how you think that would have turned out? If Will Smith would have slapped anybody but another melanated man, how do you think that would have turned out? And then after that, he gets on stage and apologizes to the people, but not the actual man that he slapped. Was it real or was it staged? Well, let's see. It could be real or it could be staged. I mean, let's look at Will and Jada's relationship over the course of these last couple years. Let's not act like that Jada Pinkett ain't been caught up in some entanglements. Let's not act like there's been a lot of embarrassment going on in their relationship in general. Let's not act like Jada Pinkett didn't get on national TV and say that Will Smith's sex was weak. Yeah. Let's not act like she don't get on Red Table Talk and talk about her vagina. Let's not act like that's not a reality. Embarrassment. Their relationship have been shrouded in embarrassment these last couple years. Could it have been that Will was trying to overcompensate, and somewhere in his mind something triggered and he said, what would Tupac do? And he went up there because he knows that that relationship is dwindling to no avail and that relationship is slipping away. Could it have been that man pulled the ultimate scent move? Absolutely. It absolutely could have went down like that. And if it didn't go down like that, the results are all the same. Brothers need to learn not to allow these women to wrap you around their finger. That man, Will Smith, went from smiling, laughing at the joke, he was smiling ear to ear, to darting on stage like a man on fire, like a man possessed, to assault another man on stage. Yep, somebody said, yeah, she put a battery in his back. That's how it appeared. She rolled her eyes. I don't know what kind of MK Ultra that these women be having over these men in the industry with these arranged marriages, because these marriages are arranged by the powers that be. You know, a lot of the times these women be these men's handlers. They literally be handling these men. They be having all type of sorcery over them. These men be going through all kind of systematic rituals. But for this man to do what he did and our women to applaud it, it really, really is. Let me say this. It's really repulsive. It's tough to digest that people believe that that's protecting your wife. Somebody said joke was corny too. Yeah. And according to social media, he didn't even write the joke. He didn't even write the joke. And when you look at it, it was a good, clean joke, actually. They could have played on that. Matter of fact, she could really have played G.I. Jane because Jada Pinkett is in good shape for her age. And G.I. Jane did have a bald head. That could have been like, they could have really played on that. She could really be casted to play the next G.I. Jane, and it feeds into her feminist posture, her feminist standpoints and views. So why would she get upset about something like that? The joke was in good faith. And the reason why Chris Rock said, oh, that was a good one. That was a good, clean one. The reason he said that before Will rushed the stage, the reason he said that is because in 2016, the joke that he said was not so clean. And I think the joke went a little bit like this. He said, this is what he said in 2016. He said, I hear Jada is protesting the Oscars. He said, that's sort of like me protesting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. Now that was a little more offensive. That was a little more, it was a little more dirty. It was a little more crude, dark humor. But nobody darted on stage then. So it could have been that Will had a lot of, animosity. And when he seen that his wife wasn't impressed by that joke, he could have got a battery in his back. He could have got a battery in his back. You know, the world may only know whether it was staged or not. But one thing I will say, the results are very real. If it was staged, you can look at the results. Now women who don't deserve protection, there's going to be women who don't even have husbands talking about protect the black woman, hashtag protect the black woman. Why don't you get you a husband first? Get your priorities right before you talking about being protected. Now you're going to have an onslaught of sisters saying, see, I want that Will and Jada love. Just forgetting the fact that Jada has been dragging this man all through the media for years now. For years now. Not even acknowledging the fact that Will Smith was emotionally unstable in that situation. And he should have been arrested. And then on top of that, you had Will Smith get on the stage and accept this award, which he had his hand in his shirt, Masonic style. And I want to go over some of y'all here because there's some worldly people that watch this channel as well. And they just don't get it, that there's rituals that's conducted in Hollywood. That more than likely actors are always acting. But he gets on that stage and he basically demonizes the victim, saying that he has to endure abuse in Hollywood. And people always got to endure this and endure that. Listen, let me let you all in on something. Either Will Smith wasn't arrested because it was staged, or Will Smith wasn't arrested because he's Will Smith. Either he was arrested, wasn't arrested because it was staged, or because he's Will Smith. These Hollywood actors got a lot more power than people know. But guess what? Brothers, sisters, you're not Will Smith. So you're going to have people out here thinking they can slap somebody when there's an issue. You thinking you can cause another individual bodily harm when you have an issue because you're cheering and applauding this bad behavior. That's right. That's what you got to do. You got to lay hands. You going to have people in the grocery store ready to slap people over nothing. Hey, man, I was right here in this line. Hey, man, you looking at my wife? Pap! What did the hand say to the face? Slap! You have people out here acting like Rick James, reincarnated. Because you got people who idolize these damn celebrities. When that's not how you deal with conflict resolution at all. This proves how dysfunctional our people are. We don't know how to deal with conflict resolution. And everybody should have the thumbs up on this video. Everybody should be thumbing this video up. Unless you're a dysfunctional maniac who applaud what's going on, you should be thumbing my video up. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's beginning to be very embarrassing being a melanated man. It's like I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from my people. All you see is memes everywhere. Yeah, okay, it was funny. He slapped him. I get it. Yeah. But at the same time, do you know how bad that looks on us on a global scale? You know how, listen, you know how dysfunctional and chaotic the YouTube streets are. Imagine us on a global scale, like the Oscars, being as dysfunctional as we are on the YouTube streets. We looking bad as a nation, bro. We looking real bad. We looking like a people who cannot respond. We only look like reactionaries, and it's only to our people. That's why I say time and time again, the worst enemy of the black male is the black male. The worst enemy of the black male is the black male, period. We are our own worst enemies. And it's like, we don't know how to deal with things head on. If you are offended, and this is why the Bible tells you not to rest on your anger. Let's say hypothetically, Will was offended about what happened in 2016. He shouldn't have slept on that. That's when you should have pulled your brother to the side and said, hey man, I don't like jokes regarding my wife. That should have been done in 2016. And then in 2022, if you had an issue with that joke, that, mind you, allegedly, Chris Rock didn't even write the joke. He didn't even write the joke. He just was on stage performing. Why not wait and pull that man to the side? Why not wait till after the show? And that's why I'm kind of keen to believe that Chris Rock was leaning in because Will was going to say something or something to that degree. Or it could have been staged. I mean, ultimately, the hashtags are real. The people are reacting and responding in a very real fashion. But you deal with things like a man. He could have stood up. Will seem to be already mic'd up because they be knowing that they're going to win these awards. So he was, he was mic'd up. He could have stood up and talked to the crowd. He could have been like, hey, that's my wife. We don't like that joke. And that would have, listen, I guarantee you Chris Rock would have apologized right there on stage. He would have apologized. But we got to do hood booger stuff, man. Like, when is this hood booger mentality going to go away? And why does our women applaud it? A real woman, let me tell you something, a real woman wouldn't have liked that. You got Tiffany Haddish coming out talking about, oh, she better put it on Will tonight. No. Listen, any sister I dealt with would have been like, man, what's your problem? Any sister I would have dealt with would be like, yo, you about to mess our bag up. You about to ruin corporate sponsorships. You about to ruin your image. You about to ruin our bag. You about to mess our money up. Like, what are you doing? I take that little joke on the cheek. You don't just fly off the handle like that. And I'm gonna tell y'all, let me tell y'all, some of these women be witches and they like when you get yourself in some trouble. They like when you start acting volatile. I've learned this before because back in the day, let me tell y'all, so let me give y'all a story. It's story time. Everybody thumb the video up. Am I not making sense to y'all? Thumb the video up. I remember I had this sister, right? Back in the day. Oh, she was bad. She was Bariqua Thai Hindu Indian. She was fine as all outdoors. I'm telling you, she had my nostrils wide open. She got a full-blown scholarship to Oklahoma State because she was Indian. She was a native to the land. Oh boy, when I tell you she was bad, she was shaped like a Coke bottle. Let me tell you, I used to be so on this woman. This is when I was young. I was in high school. I was so into this woman that I was ready to fight anybody for her. I'm talking about this woman. I would purposely let her walk ahead just to see if somebody holler at her, just so I could just jump on them. Jump on them like a spider monkey. Just boom, get off my girl. That's my girl. I'm talking about I was going hard for her. Protective. Wasn't even a word. I was just goosing shorty. Getting in fights at 7-Eleven. I'm like, man, no, nobody even speak to her. Don't even talk to her. I was catching charges for shorty. That's how bad she was. Everybody wanted her. She was bad, bro. I was catching charges for shorty. Right? And then one day I realized that she was doing what she was doing on purpose. She would bat her eyes at men. She would do little things here and there. She would do things to get attention because she used to like the fact that I was so aggressive. She used to like the fact that I was ready to slap the taste out of somebody's mouth in her honor and her defense. And I realized that she got off on it. She really got off on it. And I learned a real valuable lesson in life. Any woman can defend themselves in certain scenarios. And that whole simp mentality was just totally denigrated. It disappeared when I realized that, yo, this woman, she likes that. This tickles her fancy. Me getting in trouble with brothers in the hood, me dealing with these altercations because of her. It does something for her. She gets a sense of control when she knows she can put a battery in my back. She would even do things to purposely make me upset. She would call me, yeah, this guy at my job, he just won't stop talking to me and touching me. I'm like, yo, I had to grow a little bit older. I was a teenager. I was young. I was so very dumb and eager to please. Oh, I was very dumb and eager to please, right? It boosted her ego. And let me tell you, it went like this, right? One day I realized what she was doing. And from that point on, now I don't have a jealous bone in my body. I'm confident in myself. I have no insecurities. Because a sister that don't want that type of attention, she knows how to check it. She even knows how to check you when you get out of character. She be like, no, baby, no worries. No, don't even worry about that. She will let you know you good. You don't have to overcompensate. You don't have to act a certain way to impress me. I'm with you. Matter of fact, if a guy go up to her, she gonna be like, don't you see me with my man? What's wrong with you? Now, if a guy is bold enough to do that right there in front of you, brothers, if they bold enough to try to physically touch your woman or anything like that, then yeah, you handle your business. That's when it's time to let them hands go. But listen, the lesson that should be learned by that story is, brothers, women know how to hold their own. You don't have to go all ape for these women like that. And they're tougher than you think. Jada Pinkett being a public figure, being in movies, she done sex scenes in movies. Jada Pinkett had been ass naked rolling around in the grass on Jason's lyrics. And you worried about what people saying about your wife. They seen her itty bitties. Everybody seen it. Y'all actors. So, our people really need to just really pay attention to what's going on out here. For real, facts. Somebody said, no women is worth getting into trouble. Exactly. And that's what a lot of brothers gonna be doing nowadays. Because a lot of you men out here are seeking approval by these women. You're seeking approval, so you'll do whatever to make sure that woman looking at you like the toughest Dundada. Jada Pinkett has been on camera talking about how much she misses Tupac. Tupac was on some thug life. Imagine that. Your wife talking about a relationship that she was in many years ago. And y'all been married for decades. Imagine what that do to a man. Listen, the real enemy sometimes is the one laying right next to you. A lot of you brothers don't understand. Sometimes there's a lot of anger that you're harboring that you take out on the streets. You know how many brothers take their violence to the streets because of what their woman is doing? Because they don't know how to take it. They don't know how to get rid of that woman. They don't know how to walk away. Or they don't understand how to communicate with that woman, because these women be very manipulative. They be so manipulative, you don't even know how to communicate with her. So what you'll do is internalize all that pain. There's brothers that take it out on the streets that's going on in their household. They'll take it out on the streets. There's brothers that's putting people in caskets. And caskets because of what's going on in those four walls. Sometimes the enemy is the one laying next to you. And she already talked about what type of esoteric beliefs that she's into. She didn't already talk about the new age beliefs that she's into. A witch is a witch. And they be choosing these witches to control these men and emasculate these men. Because that's not a masculine. What Will did wasn't masculine. That was effeminate. That was an individual with emotional issues. An unstable person. And it's crazy because I was just about to make a video about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot. I was just about to do it because as I watched a couple more episodes, I seen the levity and clarity in the show, and I liked the fact that they added balance. Yeah, I talked about how Carlton snort dope, but at the same time, they have a voice of reason. See, evil happens, but when you have that voice of reason, it makes a difference. Because those things take place. Just like when Hillary was about to, hypersexualize herself, and she changed her mind after a discussion with her family. That's reality. Things like that is actually showing the family and how the family can get you out of certain scenarios. So I was starting to make a video about that, and then this whole fiasco takes place. Yes, Yahweh Legitimate Child says, I was trying to explain and break down the same fact to my wife that Will Smith did last night made black people look even more crazier than what we look. Exactly. Excuse me. That's exactly what it did. Do us melanated men really care about how much we're being misrepresented on a global scale? They always demonize and dehumanize a group of people before they destroy you. They always do it. They always show us in our worst. We done protested, we done picketed, we done marched, we done tried to get accepted on the Oscars all this time, and then when this type of situation takes place, we applaud it. Black and Noble, thank you for the $100 contribution. Highly appreciate you, bro. Thanks for supporting this work. The agenda is to make our men look like savages or weak. Because on the other hand, at first when I seen this happen, I was shocked just like everybody else. I thought the situation was weird. I'm like, what is going on? So I reacted just like everybody else to the situation, And upon further investigation and analyzing the situation, Chris Rock, that wasn't really a really masculine posture he took either. I could say that he held his composure and I can big him up, but let's be real. A man ain't gonna just be smacked without handling his business. So it made Chris Rock look weak. And it's just embarrassing. It's humiliating. Chris Rock needs to sue Will Smith. He needs to sue the Oscar Awards. He needs to sue the whole venue for not being protected. Let me tell y'all something. Black men, let me tell you something. There's a real negative connotation about melanated men who actually use the law in their favor when it's a necessity. That's another issue that we have in our community. We don't use the law in necessity. We have a hood booger mentality. We believe that we're snitching if we go get a lawyer and sue an individual who is defaming our character, who has assaulted us, who has done us dirty, who has swindled us. We believe that that's weak. That's a hood booger, idiotic mentality. Are we men or are we boys? Are we men or are we boys? We always trying to be the bigger people, like we have this street mentality. Let me tell you something like this. Anybody who ever slanders my name on social media, you better be real careful. If you lying on me and slandering me, oh, better believe I will see you in court and I will take you for everything that you are worth. I promise you that. I promise you that. I don't know what's wrong with these brothers going back and forth about lies. No, what you do is you be quiet. You don't say nothing. What you do is you collect all the information, all the lies that's told on you, and you go get yourself a lawyer. Because that's illegal to slander people. I've been lost my hood pass a long time ago. I don't think you brothers understand. I'm not no street guy. Why is it these multi-millionaires not dealing with things how regular, everyday men should be dealing with things? Why ain't Chris Rock suing the whole venue? It's probably because it's staged. Let's be real. Who wouldn't have? Listen, all that Chris Rock worked for and built for himself was tarnished last night. He was just playing in that show with the gangster show. Y'all know what show I'm talking about? With the guy with the crooked eye, what's his name? One of the best actors. What's his name? Man, I can't think of his name. That one show that they playing in, where Chris Rock is playing an OG. Let me see if y'all know the name of that show. Not CB4. Nah. Fargo. Fargo. That's the show. Fargo. Yep. Somebody said CB4. No, he was looking like CB4 getting slapped like that. That was MC Gusto that got slapped. No, I'm talking about Fargo. Yeah, he's playing a G in there. You know, the next season is coming out. Like, you got to understand how that affected him. The next season of Fargo about to come out, and everybody gonna be looking at it like, yo, you wasn't gangster when Will Smith was slapping you on that stage. Man, I would be so. Hey, listen, I know Will Smith money is a lot deeper than Chris Rock money. I know that for a fact. I know Will Smith pockets are a lot deeper than Chris Rock's pockets. I'll be getting that bag. I'll be getting that bag. Say what you want. Matter of fact, Will would have got dragged. I would have scooped him by his legs. He would have got dragged, and I would have sued, because that's self-defense. That's the situation where you could have operated left and right side of your brain with that one. You could have defended yourself and sued. For real. Somebody said, stage, I said to make him look masculine. Yeah, that didn't make Will look masculine. Only thing it did was reveal how much melanated women are lost. How much they are seeking validation and attention. That's all it really did. It showed how much that they're capricious in nature, that how much they flop. 1 minute, Will Smith, the corniest man in the world. Next thing you know, hashtag Will Smith protection, hashtag need a man like Will, hashtag, like, what is wrong with you? Masculinity is when a man has emotional intelligence. Somebody said they made so many vampire movies and that's exactly what they're doing. I'm not sure how that came up, but okay. Somebody said, I think this was more so over Willow shaving her head. Everybody was talking about him. This traumatized Will Smith and Willow. I honestly, if it's real, I think it's about Will Smith and his insecurities in his relationship. I believe that Jada Pinkett, she like thug loving. If this is real, Jada Pinkett, she really like thug loving. She like a man that's a little bit different from Will. A man with a different character. A man that she can't control and manipulate. And deep down, you know, she got on TV. She said this. She said that Will, the sex in their relationship is not doing it for her. Like any woman that would say that on national TV, she don't give a damn, bro. She don't care. So what this message set forth to the young men out here, this is what this message set forth with Will doing what he does. If that woman is not for you, if that woman is not satisfied by you, if that woman does not respect you, the only way to gain her respect is black on black crime. The only way to gain her respect is violence. Gain her respect through violence. This ain't no different than those damn Chirac gangbangers. This ain't no different from King Von or FBG Duck or any of them. They just, listen, they hood boogers with suits and money. That ain't no different than anything else you seeing. There's a graveyard full of melanated men who are in the pine box based on the fact they were trying to impress one of these thotties. That's a fact. And they wonder why I say the modern woman is the reason why we dying as a nation. You know how many wars they fuel? You know how many people they are putting in the casket? Because these men are trying to overcompensate and validate these women and fight and go to war and bat for them. You shouldn't have to do all that for your wife. The man was 100% wrong, no matter how you slice it, if it was real. It apparently is very real to the public. Somebody said agreed, or a man was jealous of these other men who get thoughts. Yeah, it's always about the women. I remember Jay-Z dropped a song, and it was called Power of the P-U-S-S-Y. Oh, the power of the P-U-S-S-Y. If you're not a man, if you're not a real man who got discipline, who understand yourself, and you're secure in your manhood, and you know you got a woman that's really standing by your side, let me tell you something. You will cause wars. You will create anarchy in your community. I done seen whole hoods tear apart over a woman. Facts. I done seen whole hoods get to beefing. I done seen brothers lose money. I done seen, listen, let me tell you something. I done seen everybody in the hood bread get messed up over 2 women. I done seen the whole hood be destroyed over 2 women, bro. I ain't gonna even tell y'all that story. That'd be a whole nother story. But I didn't seen it. I done seen, listen, a brother can get his whole clique killed. His whole group killed over a woman, bro. Over a woman. And it's just so many ways he could have dealt with it. Somebody said, remember when Eminem got that booty in his face at the awards and everybody was wondering if it was real? I don't know what that got to do with the price of tea in China, but I got you, bro. A lot of these things are staged. Yeah, distractions for something else. And it's crazy because, like, I remember when Kanye West like took the mic. What was that girl named Taylor Swift? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember when Kanye took the mic from Taylor Swift and, like, I mean, everybody was talking about it. The whole entire world was talking about it. They were demonizing Kanye West like it was nothing. All he did was take a mic and say, Beyonce is the best. What'd he say? Beyonce, she had the best album. The whole world turned against Kanye, bro. The whole world. Even our people was like, he ain't have to do that girl like that. Even our people was like, Kanye ain't have to do that. But when it's black on black violence, we applaud it. We love it. We love black on black violence, bro. It's like our women, y'all have a fetish to see black on black crime. Y'all love it. I mean, y'all love it. Something is extremely wrong with y'all. Y'all some repulsive ass creatures. For real. You love to see another black male kill another black male. You love to see these black men beefing with each other because y'all the ones who be promoting and pushing this. This why social media is at the level it's on in black YouTube, because it's be y'all women. It be women. Let me tell you, these women will be in one person group and they'll be in the next person chat and they just be fueling all of this. They love it. They love to see y'all pulling up on each other. They love it. It does something for them. I'm not lying to y'all. But when Taylor Swift got her mic snatched, Kanye West was the worst man on the planet. I think even the president said something. Yeah, Barack Obama was president. He said that that Kanye was a jackass. Remember that? Yeah. He said Kanye West was a jackass, and everybody agreed. Yeah, he's a jackass. Y'all ain't say, that's right, Kanye, protect Beyonce, protect the black woman. Y'all ain't say that. Y'all did not say that. We're the black women that was like, that's right, Kanye, protect Beyonce because she did have a better album. Nobody said that. But when he gets up there and slaps another grown-ass man in a situation that could have been resolved in a totally different way, all the melanated women like, yeah, y'all some hypocrites. Y'all just like black on black violence. You're wicked and you're sick. You're part of the 2/3. I'm glad this situation happened because it always divide the wheat from the tare. It always divide the real from the fake. Real talk. Somebody said you better say some women. I ain't better say nothing. If the shoe fit, they wear it. Real women understand because they in here clicking the like button. Real sisters understand because they in here sharing a video. They like this some real talk this man is saying. So I ain't gotta say some women. No. When I say women in general, these melanated women, I'm talking about the mass majority. The mass majority of these women. Somebody said this was emotional and impulsive like a woman. You handled that after the event or backstage. Real talk, that's how a man would have handled it. Keep my wife's name out your mouth. Keep my wife. It looked like he was going to cry saying that. Who is your pain really for? Where you get all this anger from that little joke? No, that woman is driving you crazy, bro. I know that. I know that feeling. I told y'all I've been through that in high school. Being manipulated by a woman and having all this anger and not even knowing where the anger's coming from. It's really coming from her, bro. It's really coming from that woman because she's manipulative. You don't even know how to communicate with her. When you dealing with a witch, not saying that the woman I was dealing with was a witch, but I say this, you know, I haven't talked to her in a long time. She could have changed. She could have got married. I don't know. She could be married. She could have moved on with her life. I don't know. But at the end of the day, yo, Jada Pinkett, she talks openly about what she believes in. And it ain't God. She believes in the universe. I guarantee this woman got manifestation journals. She already talked about the yoni steam. Ain't no way in hell I'm letting my wife talk about boiling her vagina on national TV. No way. You should be embarrassed by what she's doing. Really, all the embarrassment that Will has, he took it out on Chris Rock, if it's real. He took all that embarrassment out on her. And there's a lot of young men that's going through this. Like, they're being manipulated by these women and they're willing to go to war on a next man based on that woman. And she can defend herself. Yeah, beta male stuff. That's real beta male. It's simp behavior. It's simp. It's 100,000% simp behavior. 100,000% simp behavior. And I know some people would say, well, you know, New Breed, Why can't he just forgive his wife for cheating? Why can't he just, they have gotten over that and move on? Listen, to each his own. Me personally, and this is just my personal take on it, and if my wife cheats and she gets caught, that relationship is over. If a woman I'm dealing with deals with another man, that is it. There's no forgiveness. There's no coming back. That is it. That relationship is over. I don't give a damn if we was together. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if we was together for 20 years. I don't care. That's my personal beliefs. If you want to forgive a woman for that, to me, it's unforgivable. The reason why it's unforgivable, because when you're dealing with that woman, that toxicity is always going to be there. That man DNA that went in your wife and violated, that man who desecrated your wife's womb is always going to be there in the back of your mind. Subconsciously, it's always going to be there. You're going to be thinking about if she gave him a blowjob. You're like, you're going to be thinking about it. I don't care. As a man, hell to the no. That relationship should be over. The minute she steps out there and actually she jumps all the way over the line, that's it. I don't care how many kids we got together, none of that. If you get caught doing that, it's over. If the Most High bring that to the light, it's over. No forgiveness, because I know from that point on, this relationship is going to be toxic. It's going to be toxic. Real talk. Yeah, somebody said, I thought their relationship had an open relationship, and they probably do. More than likely they do. That's why he didn't slap August Alsina like that. It's real weird up in these Hollywood hills. It get real strange up there. It could be a straight up open relationship. It's some freaky stuff going on out there in Hollywood. And I don't doubt for a second Will don't got his little biddies. But that's what happened when you live in nasty. When you out here just having free for alls and you doing swinger stuff and all that, that become toxic. Yeah, I mean, it's been rumors that they some freaky freaks. It's been rumors that they freaky freaks in Hollywood. So a lot of people like, well, why he didn't smack August Alsina? Hey, listen, that was an appointment, more than likely, allegedly. Jada set that up as a point. Hey, don't come home tonight. No, I got company. I can see that now. Nah, don't even worry. You stay where you at. Don't come home tonight. I'm handling some business. They probably got cold words and everything. No. We doing brisket tonight. Cold word brisket. Meaning she getting some meat that night. What we eating for dinner tonight? We eating brisket. That means she getting smutted down that night. That means don't even come home. Real talk. That's how they get down in Hollywood. So if people like, yo, why he didn't smack August like that? Because it's deeper than that. It's more deep rooted than that. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, man. We not playing no games. We telling it like it is. Any woman that's out here sitting there applauding this, and I mean, damn, I ain't never seen so many memes in my life. But any woman out here applauding this behavior, listen, you are full of insecurity. And you crave a man to worship you, not lead you. You're not willing to follow a man. You're not really looking for love. You're looking for a man to bow down and bending knee and serve you, worship you. You're supposed to be serving that man. You're supposed to be setting up scenarios in which that man never stresses over somebody else at all. I don't know what made Will Smith go from 0 to 100 that quick, but if you look at the footage, the man had a Kool-Aid smile on his face. Jada rolled her eyes, and seconds later that man darted on that stage. What did she say to that man? Did she just say terminate? It's like she snapped her finger and just changed his emotions in a heartbeat. That's what type of magic. They handlers. I'm telling you, Hollywood is a strange place. Y'all seen those videos with Beyonce and Jay-Z at the game, and Beyonce rocking back and forth, looking like Al Roker. Just, these people be handling, like, I think Jay-Z is Beyonce's handler. And I think Jada Pinkett is Will Smith's handler, bro. Y'all seen that movie, Manchurian Candidate? Manchurian Candidate, where they can manipulate, they can use MK Ultra mind control, and they can literally change your emotion just like that. They can snap their finger, they can do a certain hand gesture, they can do a sound, they can whistle, they can do an eye movement, they can do things and just make you go snap. I'm telling you, it just looks crazy. It was so weird what happened. The man was smiling, then he just got up and he was pissed after that. It's like his character just was altered. Y'all probably think I'm a conspiracy theorist for saying that, but no, I really believe that they do shock treatment. I think that these actors go through shock treatment. Matter of fact, Kanye, I think that Kim Kardashian was his handler, but what ended up happening is, you know, the Most High God is working with Kanye. The Most High is working with Kanye, and he's giving Kanye an opportunity to be free from that. And Kanye is battling. But if you remember correctly, when Kanye started going on all these tangents about Kim, next thing you know, he went to shock therapy. They actually announced it on E! News. Kanye just came from shock treatment. Nobody paid attention to it. The man was wearing blonde hair and he was just staring into space. I'm telling you, these witches, they be having power over these men. That's why I be telling y'all, it'd be a lot of arranged marriages. You ever wonder why these actors don't never just date a woman that work at Walmart? You ever wonder why they don't just date a woman that work at Kmart? Or a woman that just a fast food worker? Let me tell you something. I look at Hollywood and I look at the women in Hollywood. Yo, you can walk around the mall. You can walk around the mall and see women just as beautiful as the women in Hollywood. More beautiful. Way more beautiful. There's some women out there who look way better than these actors. And these actresses, pardon me, these actresses. Why these brothers just don't get one of them? They don't have no affiliations, no connections to nothing. You know, you bringing them into your world. That would make sense. No, there's oaths involved. They got to connect you with somebody that can keep you in line. Them relationships are set up, bro. And it works like this. Even the Bible says when the master give you a wife, you're only supposed to be with her for a time period. And I'm paraphrasing. If y'all know that scripture, throw it in the chat. But I believe it's in the book of Deuteronomy, if I'm not mistaken. When your master give you a wife, because that's what happens in Hollywood. The powers that be give you these women. The thing is, you have a certain time period where you are under grace, where the Most High will allow you to leave those women. But what happens when you don't leave those women? What happens when you don't leave them? Oh, they will pull you under. See, there's grace. The Most High is all in his law. And they be giving you ample opportunity. When she got on there and said, me and August had an entanglement, that was the God Almighty saying, oh yeah, well listen, I'm going to untangle myself from this relationship. Y'all had an entanglement? Well, I'm going to untangle myself from this situation. And I'm going to go be a man. And sometimes, brothers, it hurts to leave the woman that you've been with a long time. But sometimes listen, it's always worth it. It's always worth it to leave that woman. I don't give a damn. You live one time, you're going to be under the ruling thumb of a Jezebel and a harlot. Exodus 21:4. Thank you, bro. Exodus 21:4. See, this is why I rock with y'all. That's the scripture right there. When it say, if your master give you a wife, you only have to be with her for a certain amount of time. You don't have to stay with that woman. And that demonic industry, they set up these women. You're supposed to leave her. Because sometimes marriages are arranged. Even in slavery, marriages was arranged. If you didn't do it yourself as a man, you don't have to, if you wasn't a part of that, you didn't want to be a part of it, but you were being ruled by somebody, then you only have a certain amount of time you got to be with that person. But see, a lot of these brothers, they just can't let go. And it's deeper than the sex too, because you can't, it's deeper than that. It's a mind, it's a psychological manipulation that these women have. Yeah, let's read that. Let's read that. Exodus 21:4. It says, if his master gives him a wife, and she bears him sons or daughters, the woman and her children shall belong to her master, and only the man shall go free. You hear that, Kanye? Kanye, I know you've been in this Bible. If you hear what that scripture just said, just take care of your children, bro. Let her have the children. Stop fighting over them. The master gave you that woman. Stop fighting over them children. Let her have them. Financially support them. You know? I hope that ease your mind, bro. I know you want to be with your children, do what you got to do, but don't stress yourself out. Don't stress yourself out as a man, bro. Don't stress yourself out as a man. That's the problem, man. Us brothers, we dying too early, stressing out over what these women doing. I ain't stressing no more. I ain't stressing no more. I don't know about you, brothers, but it ain't worth it. Yeah, somebody said Kanye a heretic. Yeah, Kanye definitely, he do some suspicious behavior. I think he's just trying to maintain and stay in the Hollywood avenue, but it is what it is. Ecclesiastes 26:23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. What? What? You're going to attract what you are, man. And sometimes as men, you be in a bad place mentally when you get with certain sisters. But you know what? Sometimes you change, brothers. When you're going through a change and that woman is remaining the same, leave her alone. Let her go. Let her loose. Let her loose, man. And you got to come to grips that I was wicked when I was dealing with that woman. That's why I attracted that type of woman. I was living in sin. I was living in wickedness. So I attracted the wrong type of woman. But I'm changing, Lord. I want to do better for myself. I want to live my life righteously. If she not changing with you, let her go. Be free. Be free like a bird. And if a woman make you feel insecure in a relationship, I'm going to say this. If a woman threatened to leave you one time, let her go. I cannot stress that enough. Just let her go. If a woman tell you, baby, I don't know, this relationship ain't working, pack her belongings. Brothers, listen, don't even let her play with you like that. Don't even let her, this is how they gain manipulation over you, brothers. Don't even let her play with you like that. If she say, hey, listen, babe, I don't know, this relationship ain't working, be like, oh, really? No, hold that thought. This what you do. Yeah, bye, Felicia. This is what you do. You say, hold that thought. You walk off, and you come back with her belongings in a bag. That's how you do it. I'm helping. You don't even got to say nothing. Get her out of there. Yo, it's too many women out of it in this world. Get her out of here. Will Smith is a multi-millionaire. Will Smith's supposed to have more than one wife, if you ask me. You're a millionaire. These women supposed to be, you know, this is what separate the Bobby Browns from the Will Smiths. I said it. Shout out to Bobby Brown, the king of pop. This what separates the Bobby Browns from the Will Smiths, bro. Y'all see how Bobby Brown get down. And listen, women like Bobby Browns. Women will get with Will Smiths, but women love Bobby Browns. You know why? Because Bobby Brown don't care. He gonna do what he gonna do. Exodus 20:17. Thou shalt not cover thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservants, nor his maidservants, or his ox. Right. That's talking about craving after somebody else's wife. Right. Exactly. Yeah, Will, man, that he lost a lot of points with me, bro. Cause I always looked at Will as this clean-cut guy. And I was like, yeah, his wife, she's gonna be his downfall. And better believe I'm not worried about Will Smith slapping me. So, and I don't know what the overall message was. I don't know what the overall agenda was of that happening. I don't know if it was to intimidate the mass majority of people not to talk about Jada. But bro, your wife is on Front Street. That's just sort of like if you live in a neighborhood and your wife is a stripper, right? Let's use this as an example. Let me show you how stupid this is, how foolish that behavior was by Will. If it wasn't scripted, if it wasn't staged, it's real to the people. Hypothetically, your wife is a stripper. People going to the strip club, they getting lap dances. They sliding ones down her G-string. They having fun with your wife. They done seen her do all kind of poses. They done seen her throw it back in each and every way. And then you get embarrassed. You get embarrassed because people talking about your wife's body. Y'all on Hollywood. Y'all on the mass media. That's why I tell a lot of brothers, in the truth especially, keep your wives off camera. Keep your wives off camera. Keep them out of the public eye. We got to protect these women. Like, if you have a wife, if you care about that woman, keep her off. Just keep her off social media. All you content creators, let me tell you something. When you see these couples on social media and they're showing their relationship, it's all fake. They're not going to show you the negativity that happens. They're not going to show you all the inboxes your woman getting because you didn't put her on camera. People going to lust after your wife. People going to have things to say. And listen, I don't know what it is about people in general, but if they don't think your wife pretty, they're going to have something to say about that. Unless, which doesn't make sense because you're not the one dealing with her. You know? Like, you got grown men who care about how another man's wife is shaped or how another, like, that just, it's weird. It's all weird behavior, yo. That's why I don't put my women on no camera, bro. I'm not putting no woman I deal with all up on the front street because that just opens Pandora's box, bro. It opens Pandora's box. It be mad disrespectful brothers. It be, it's all kind of temptation that it opens up for her because now she getting all this attention. And then she end up starting to act like Aisha Curry out here because now all of a sudden she getting all this attention. She gets drunk off that type of power. It's just not worth it. Yeah, it's a lot of weirdos out here, people salivating at your wife and all of that. Man, and if you are going to open up Pandora's box and let your wife online, then expect anything. Expect people to say things. Expect people to say what they're going to say about your wife. You can't just smack or punch anybody who got something to say. She's a public figure. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, the game is crazy. Yeah, there's consequences for every action. Somebody says, I have fallen into dark places. It has helped me learn so I can help others see the dark. Okay. I'm glad you shared that with us. All praises. I'm glad you're making it through. Yeah, you could if you Will Smith. Exactly. And that's the thing. That's what I want you brothers to know. That's what I want you sisters to know. You can't take action, physical action to a person because Will Smith do it or done it. Will Smith is Will Smith. Sometimes these people be so powerful in the Freemasonic realm. Let me tell you something. Masonic celebrities a lot of times got more power than the police. They got more power than governors. I don't think people get it. Like in New York City, the war on drill music. You know why the war on drill music stopped? Because Jay-Z said, no, there will be no war on drill music. Matter of fact, not only will there be no war on drill music, but we're going to pass a law. We're going to pass a law to make sure that these rappers who brag and boast about killing another man, we're going to make sure that those lyrics cannot be used as evidence. Which proves that celebrities in the Masonic realm have more power than the police. They have more power than government officials. See, this world is not ran off of the law. There's two set of laws that we have. If I was to smack somebody on TV, I'm going to jail. But there's two set of laws that they live by. Their laws are different. They go by the Masonic order. There's a Masonic world out there that their rules are not the same. Their rules don't apply. It's all about the order. It's all about the order. So the reason why, if it was real, if Will Smith can get up and slap Chris Rock, is because, you know what? Will Smith is a higher degree of Mason than Chris Rock. And there's an order. So Chris Rock, he just has to take it. He just has to take it. Everybody hates Chris. Stacy777, thank you for the $50 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a certain way they maneuver. Yeah, my moderators are 2 on point. What? Somebody said, where I'm from, people will get killed trying to smack another man just to impress a woman. Real talk. Real talk. And the joke was very lighthearted. The joke wasn't that serious. And I don't know when alopecia has become a medical condition. Yo, let me break this down to you. That seemed to be damage control. That seemed to be damage control, in my opinion. Maybe she was really offended, or maybe she just didn't like the joke. But it seemed to be damage control. You got to understand, Jada, and this goes for all women. Listen, when you are putting these perms in your hair, when you are constantly cutting your hair low, when you're wearing these weaves, when you're wearing these wigs, when you constantly doing these things, let's be clear about this. Let's be clear. You will, at some point in your life, have issues growing hair. It is what it is. It's just the reality of the situation. It is what it is. And I say that to say, embrace your natural beauty. Embrace your natural hair. Embrace natural products. And I will say that would be a sensitive spot for any woman. Women love their hair. They're glorious in their hair. Any woman would be offended by a bald joke. Any woman would be offended by that. That is actually understandable. But when you're a public figure, when you media trained, when you know your husband is famous, you're famous, that shouldn't have equivalated to somebody being assaulted. That was just a simple talk. Telling you, bro. Somebody says shaving woman's head is also a ritual. It is, and I brung that out in my video as well. No, it was a couple videos ago. I was talking about that ritual of women shaving their head, because it is a ritual. And who knows if that's her reasoning behind it. But all in all, man, we got to do better as men. Like, any woman that got you acting like that, brothers, is not the woman for you. Any woman that got you acting like that, acting out like that, is not for you. Anyway, man, thank y'all for coming through, showing y'all love and support. It's always an honor and a pleasure. Y'all consider following me on Patreon for raw and uncut material. Everybody thumb the video up. Everybody share it. We got to add some middle grounds to this. We got to stop the dysfunction. I got plenty of more content coming. There's a lot to discuss. Man, I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe out here. With that being said, shalom and peace.